Hi, my name is Cheryl, and I've been a member of Providence Ridge Church all my life. I kind of nervous, but bear with me. I've been here all my life. I had my parents that brought me here, Clarence and Ellen Snellings. I was raised in a Christian home with a grandmother and my mom and dad, and we always went to church all my life. And then later on in years, my dad got sick. And as you know, my dad was everything to me. I was a daddy's girl all my life. And when he got sick, I was with him. I nursed him with me and my mom. And then he died. And when he died, part of me died, I think. I was bad. I did horrible things. I started drinking, and I started drinking bad. And then one day I asked God to forgive me for all this and take this all away from me. And so about 7 years now, I've been clean and sober. I love the Lord with all my heart and soul. So did my dad, my mom, my grandmother. And then when I came to church, several people really took me under their arms. I didn't think anybody would accept me because I'd been gone so long. But I asked God to take all the drinking thing, and He took it all away. I didn't want any more. I didn't desire it. I didn't like it. I haven't done it. And so I owe a great gratitude to Pete and Connie Coates, Mary Lee, Bobby Bailey, Marla Garcia. They all were so kind to me and took me in without batting an eye. And then I asked God to come into my soul, into my life. And my life has changed dramatically since then. I'm happier, I'm healthier, I'm stronger, and I love the Lord with all my heart. And I'm so, so glad to be where I am. I'm healthier, happier, and I got joy in my heart. He touched me and He made me whole. And I'm so thankful for that. And God bless, and thank you so much.
Good morning, my name is Taylor, and I've only been coming to the church for a couple months. I met Mike in the jail and prison ministry in the LEP block, the Christian block. I actually got saved when I was 15 years old in a charismatic Catholic church, as contradictory as that sounds. But I grew up in, my family was Episcopal, and so we grew up going to church on holidays and things like that. But as an adult, I was told that it's better to come from a broken home than to grow up in one. And unfortunately, I did grow up in a broken home. And my dad was an alcoholic, and there were a lot of problems. Everything looked good on the surface, but in reality, it was crumbling on the inside. And so my parents waited till we graduated from high school to get divorced, and it was a traumatic experience for the whole family. But we moved around a lot growing up, and that was pretty difficult for me as well. I started using drugs at a young age, about 12 or 13, and so my addiction spiraled out of control quickly. It ultimately led to my incarceration, which out of the last 11 years, I've been incarcerated for 8. And that's where I found God, in a prison cell, all by myself, just me and the Word and the Lord. And He ministered me in that time in such a powerful way that I was never the same since. Even no matter how far or how hard I tried to run from God, I was strongly convicted by my distance and by my sin life, and that was my saving grace. So even though I continued to relapse, that included me going back to prison, and there I would get close to God again, only to be released and repeat the same process. And as soon as I went to the Christian block this last time, I'm now 33 years old, and I knew something was different. I had a sense of desperation for God that I've never had before, and so I really took advantage of the opportunity to allow God to heal my heart. I lost my mom in my last relapse, and so I had to go through that process in a almost a numbed state. And so when I came back to ground and got sober, the pain was unbearable. And so it was that time that God, during that incarceration, that God really healed my heart. He helped me mourn, and that's when I met Mike, and upon my release, I immediately got in touch with him and basically responded to the grace God gave me and the people that He's put in my life. And it's been different than it's ever been before. I've been through this process several times, and God is doing something in my life that I've never experienced before. And it hurts, and it's not easy, and it's different, and I'm operating out of my comfort zone, and I'm receiving the blessings from that, and I'm allowing God to do things through me that I've never been able to do for myself. And His grace and His mercy is just, it's astounding. And I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to rededicate my life to Christ. I have a strong faith, my family does, but it's still broken as far as my father's alcoholism and the distance there. And God is being glorified through, He's restoring a relationship with my daughter, who's 14 years old, and it's just wonderful to be able to allow Him to work in my life, and not to try to control everything, and just respond to everyone and everything He's given me, and just be grateful for it, rather than continuing in my old habits. And I mean, the way God has revealed Himself. I've had a lot of experiences through denominations, as far as the Church of Christ, the Episcopal Church, the Catholic Church, and I found something here so authentic. Just a love for God, and everyone I've met has just had such a selfless approach to the relationship, and they represent the body of Christ so wonderfully. And I think the Word is paramount, and it's just been such a great opportunity, and I'm grateful to have met everyone here, and to be able to share this time with you in this stage in my life, and being able to be used by God, rather than continuing what I've always done, and that's to just hurt myself and self-destruct. And so living in that victory has been it's been wonderful, it's been beautiful, but it's also been hard, but I've never been alone through it. Since the day I was released, I literally got out with nothing, and made a phone call, and it changed my life. And that's because of what God is doing in this church, and through Mike's ministry in the jail. And I'm really grateful to be here, and I do thank you for sharing this time with me and this experience. And I just from the bottom of my heart, I thank you.